Attention passionate Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, what if I told you that the Seahawks are about to shake up not only their secondary but the entire NFC West? That's right, a major trade is on the horizon, and it involves none other than the Los Angeles Chargers and their star safety, Derwin James. This is a move that could redefine the Seahawks' defensive identity and drastically boost their chances of contending deep into the postseason. We've seen flashes of brilliance from their secondary this season, but with this potential trade, the Seahawks are looking to turn up the heat, to be more aggressive, more dominant, especially in the back end. Let's break down the details because this isn't just about swapping players. It's about strategic moves, cap space management, and the quest to build a defense that can carry them to the Super Bowl. The Chargers, sitting at 3-4, are motivated to make this deal happen. Why? Because they're facing cap crunch issues, with around $8 million in projected dead cap space for 2026, and they're also trying to shake up their secondary, which has been just average this season, giving up about 24 points per game. With a defense that ranks around 15th in interceptions, averaging just 1. 4 per game, they're looking for more playmaking ability, especially in the secondary, and Derwin James is the perfect piece to bring that spark. Now, for those of you who follow James, you know he's a 4-time Pro Bowler, a Florida State product, and a hybrid safety who can do it all. His career stats are impressive, over 450 tackles, 12 sacks, and 9 interceptions. And what really stands out is how versatile he is on the field. His PFF grade of 89. 5 in tackles and coverage for 2025 puts him in the top 10 among safeties, and his ability to contribute both in run support and pass coverage makes him a true game changer. Last season, in Week 2, he had 11 tackles and an interception against the Raiders, proving that he can step up in critical moments. His instincts are top-notch, with a 91 grade and despite some injuries, like that shoulder injury this season which kept him out for 2 games, he's still a force to be reckoned with. But why would the Chargers trade away such a valuable asset? Well, the cap relief of about $13 million for 2026 is a huge factor. It allows them to free up space to invest in younger players and perhaps make some additional moves in free agency or the draft. Plus, with their current youth at cornerback and safety, they're looking to rebuild, to inject some fresh talent into a defense that's been solid but not quite enough to push them over the top. On the other side, the Seahawks, sitting at 4-3, are eyeing this opportunity to bolster their secondary, which has been a bit inconsistent this season. They rank around 15th in interceptions, averaging just 1-4 per game, and they've struggled a bit with deep coverage, giving up 8 deep touchdowns so far. That's an area they're determined to improve. The addition of Derwin James would give them a significant upgrade in the box safety role, providing leadership, explosiveness, and versatility that could elevate their entire defense. With a cap space of approximately $21 million, the Seahawks have room to maneuver, and acquiring James would be a bold statement about their Super Bowl ambitions. Now, let's talk a bit about what James brings to the table on the field. This guy is a hybrid leader, a true impact player. His career tackle total, combined with his sack numbers and interceptions, shows he's not just a coverage safety, but also someone who can blitz and disrupt defenses. His explosiveness is evident. Running a 4.47 40-yard dash, he's one of those safeties who can cover ground quickly and make plays all over the field. His stats from recent games highlight his importance. In 2025, he's been a force, with multiple tackles and interception and a knack for making crucial stops. His ability to cover deep routes has been a strength, with a 15% improvement in deep coverage efficiency this season, reducing deep touchdowns from 8 to just 5. What makes this even more exciting is the projected impact. If the Seahawks manage to get James, their defense could jump from a ranking around 11th to a top 4 unit. That's an enormous leap, especially considering their current points allowed, which hover around 19 per game in the second half of the season. Adding James, along with the rising talent like Mafe, who has 6 sacks this year, and Devin Witherspoon, the rookie corner with star potential, could form a formidable tandem. Witherspoon's injury status is uncertain. He's listed as doubtful for Week 9 due to a knee injury. But the Seahawks are confident in their depth and are looking to fill that secondary gap with a box safety who can provide coverage and run support simultaneously. This trade would not only change the Seahawks' defense, but also send a message throughout the league. It's reminiscent of the days when the Seahawks built their Legion of Boom, but this time, it's more about a modern Lob 2.0, a versatile hybrid unit that combines coverage, pressure, and playmaking to dominate opponents. The idea of pairing James with Witherspoon, creating a safety tandem capable of covering the deep routes and making game-changing plays, is incredibly appealing. Their projected stats indicate an increase of plus 17% in EPA per defensive play, about 6 more interceptions this season, and a potential plus 12% in run stops, which would make the Seahawks not just a good defense but an elite one. And for the fans dreaming about playoff success, this move could be a catalyst. The odds of the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, which currently sit around plus 2,500, could see a significant jump, potentially dropping to plus 1,400 if this trade materializes and the defense starts playing at a top 4 level. Derwin James could be the X factor in high-stakes games, particularly in the playoffs where every play counts. His ability to make crucial interceptions, especially in the red zone, and his knack for disrupting the passing game would be invaluable. The Seahawks, with their offensive weapons, are already potential contenders, but a fortified defense featuring James could push them into serious Super Bowl territory. Now, of course, such a trade isn't just about adding a star player. It's a strategic move that involves cap management, team chemistry, and long-term planning. The Seahawks know that with around $21 million in cap space, they can absorb the cost of acquiring James and still keep flexibility for future moves. This is a calculated gamble, but one that could pay off handsomely if it results in more wins, more turnovers, and ultimately, a shot at the Lombardi Trophy. The NFL landscape is constantly shifting, and the Seahawks are clearly positioning themselves to be at the forefront of that change, especially with this potential move on the horizon. So what does all this mean for the division? Well, if the Seahawks land Derwin James, they're not just improving their defense, they're sending a message to the 49ers and the Rams that they're serious about contention. The NFC West has always been a competitive division, but with this kind of upgrade, Seattle could dominate the back end of their defense, making it tougher for opponents to move the ball and score. It's about creating a defense that's not just good but feared. With James, the Seahawks could have a secondary that rivals the best in the league, capable of shutting down the deep threats and forcing turnovers at critical moments. And let's not forget the impact on the team's psyche. Having a leader like Derwin James, a guy who's been recognized for his instincts and playmaking ability, could elevate the entire locker room. His presence would be felt beyond just the stat sheet, setting the tone, inspiring confidence, and creating a culture of relentless defense. The Seahawks have been building a solid team, but now they're looking to push from good to great, and this move could be the catalyst for that leap. In conclusion, if this trade happens, it's a game changer. It's a bold, strategic move that signals the Seahawks' serious intentions of competing at the highest level. The addition of Derwin James would help them unlock their full potential on defense, provide leadership, and create a new identity, one that combines aggressive coverage, relentless pressure, and game-changing playmaking. The NFC West will be watching closely because this could be the beginning of a new era for Seattle, one where they're not just trying to keep up, but actually leading the pack. The NFL is all about adapting, evolving, and making smart moves, and it looks like the Seahawks are ready to do just that. So stay tuned, because the upcoming weeks could be filled with surprises, and this potential trade is just the start of what could be an exciting chapter in Seahawks history. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, if this trade goes through, the Seahawks will have taken a significant step toward building a defense that can carry them through the playoffs and beyond. The combination of their current players with a star like Derwin James could create a synergy that transforms their entire team. Fans should be excited because this isn't just about adding a player. It's about changing the narrative, about making a statement that the Seahawks are serious contenders once again. And let's be honest, Who wouldn't want to see a Seahawks team with a secondary that's as fearsome as their historic Legion of Boom days? With James in the mix, that possibility becomes even more realistic. The NFL is a league of adjustments, of strategic moves, and of bold decisions. Seattle, with its rich history and passionate fan base, is clearly aiming to stay ahead of the curve. They're looking to build a team that's not just competitive but dominant. And if they pull off this trade, it will be a clear message to the entire league. The Seahawks are back in the game, ready to make a serious Super Bowl push. This move could define their season, and for fans like you and me, it's a thrilling prospect. The future looks bright and the possibilities are endless. So keep your eyes peeled because the coming days might bring some exciting news, and trust me, this is just the beginning of what could be one of the most pivotal moments in Seahawks history. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Do you think this trade will happen? How do you see Derwin James fitting into that defense? Do you believe it will propel Seattle to new heights? I want to know all your predictions and thoughts. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news because the best is yet to come. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Seahawks.